No, I'm good. I can hear. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. Just yeah, just reaching out, man. Understanding that it's important to reach out to people, like Michael Dalco said, and shout out to our team, our leadership for our team. You know, it's it's very important that we deal with the quality and not the quantity. And most importantly, is the quantity of the quality of people that we deal with, right? So it would behoove me to start to look for people who are already in this space so they can understand, as opposed to, now we can go, once we get those people galvanized together, we can go back and help those people who just have no understanding. See, I've been planting seeds in the beer community for those people who just don't see and they just don't have vision. And unfortunately, many of those people look like us, which is unfortunate. And many of the people that do have the vision don't, which is unfortunate. But good soil is good soil, regardless of what it looks like. Okay, you see what I'm saying? And so now, so now I've gotten out of my own way of trying to get a mule to not be stubborn. You know what I mean? And so now I can just focus on the quality of people, because we provide quality information with quality people. So long story short, that I'll be reaching out to them today and sending an email so we can have an exposure to the opportunity. And they already see it, so I think this would be a slam dunk because it just makes sense. You know, and just where we are in space and time, I can't imagine. I can't you know stress enough how important it is for us to get educated, because we're not financially educated. We don't understand what wealth building is. We equate wealth with things, and that's poor people thinking. You know what I'm saying? We equate wealth with money. That's poor people's thinking. You know what I'm saying? We equate wealth with what a person has on. That's poor people's thinking. You see, and so we would judge the messenger based on what they look like instead of looking at the quality of the message. Now, we've been telling people since December 2nd, 2020, that the blockchain technology is here. And since then, the blockchain has become a household word. It is synonymous with big business. It is synonymous with innovation. It is synonymous with disrupting, meaning that it is a financial disruptor. And us being right here in Atlanta is the blockchain capital of the United States. The reason why we say that, because Atlanta is the global leader in fintech. Fintech is financial technology. Blockchain is a financial technology. 70% all financial in Atlanta. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Transaction. Yeah. Atlanta. Where it brings the where it brings the advantage of, actually, on several ways. For one, the number one reason it does, it levels the playing field so we can compete with bigger breweries, for one. by way of procuring um, resources, raw materials such as barley, hops, wheat, yeast, things of that nature. So now we can galvanize together and pull together as a craft beer community, and we can get those large savings because we can buy in bulk, over the blockchain. It creates track sourceability. So now, as our consumers become more savvy, they want to know exactly where their products are going, or where their products came from. Excuse me. So now with the blockchain, you can source it right from grain to glass. It also is going to help with logistics and distribution. But most importantly, it's going to help us increase sales. We're going to help us to widen our consumer base, especially as we move over into the Web3 space, meaning that the current template right now is that breweries will open up their first brewery, and then they would build a brand, and then they will open up a second or a third location, or maybe even a fourth location when you think about somebody that has the resources like Clarence Boston. Shout out to Clarence Boston, who's one of my mentors, a plethora of business knowledge, and he's a really kind-hearted person, But we can take that in the Web3 space and we can multiply that times 10, times 50, times 20 without necessarily having the bulky brick and mortar business. What do we mean by that? So now I can open up mine once I found, let's take celebrities, for instance. Celebrities are having neighborhoods in the metaverse. So I can come over there and put my brewery in the neighborhood of a Snoop Dogg, or in the neighborhood of a Jay-Z, in the neighborhood of a LeBron James, in the metaverse. And I can take that same digital brewery and put it all over the metaverse. Do you see that? And which exposes us to pretty much 8 billion people that's on the planet. You see, without necessarily having to build a brick and mortar business. And we can actually sell beer in a digital form, thus creating more consumer base, a larger consumer base. Right now, Nike is, because it's big business in dressing your avatars. Right now, the avatars in the metaverse are wearing shoes that are digital shoes that are made by Nike that are cost anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000. This is happening right now, and the metaverse just started. So just imagine being able to have 30, 40 different digital breweries strategically located in lucrative land plots or lucrative neighborhoods in the metaverse. Do you understand the power of that? And that it doesn't cost me nearly as much as it would to do that same thing in the real world. Do you understand the power of that? And there's all this stuff right here is fueled by the blockchain. And then on top of that right there, to answer your question, how does it benefit that brewery? Another way it benefits that brewery is that it moves the brewery from the left side of the wealth quadrant, because there's nothing we can do about that dynamic. That dynamic puts us on the left side of the wealth quadrant. And you have 4 sides of the quadrant. You have the employees, you have the business owners, you have the employees, the self-employed, you have the business systems, and then you have the invested. So we want to be able to move to the right side of the quadrant, which is business systems and investing. And the blockchain allows us to do that, because I don't care what you are, black or white. If you're in the beer industry, then that means that your revenue is directly dependent on your physical work. So it means that you own your job. If I don't get up in the morning and brew the beer and make sure I ferment it right, and then keg it over and sell it in the tap room, then guess what? My brewery doesn't make any money. But when you're connected to a business system, it allows you to make money in your sleep. Another thing that does that, it also levels the playing field, because now we can move out of the conventional banking system, which is notorious for having discriminatory practices against us. So now it allows us to procure funding for ourselves without the intervention of a prejudiced middleman, i.e. the bank or the conventional banking system. And the biggest problem that we have, I'm talking specifically to Black brewers, the biggest problem that we have is procuring funds. So, and it's $50 billion that's on the table right now. Because as of 2018, the industry was a $40 billion industry. By 2025, it's going to be a $90 billion industry. We have $50 billion on the table. And anytime we know there's that much money on the table, we are usually the ones that are squeezed out or left out for lack of knowledge, lack of resources, lack of innovation, lack of creativity. You see, and then thus we are relegated to deal with or succumb to begging. Oh, can y'all please take me? You know, can you please lend me some money? You know, you got this whole movement of diversity, equity, and inclusion. But that still bothers me to a certain extent because we're still knocking on their doors, going to their playing fields, demanding that they let us play when we have our own court, we have our own baskets, we got our own ball, we got our own stadium, we got our own bleachers. I'm talking symbolic here. We have an opportunity to do everything on our own. And this is the rarest, this is the first time this opportunity has ever been awarded to us. And yet we still going looking for the conventional ways as if that has served us well in the past, and it just hasn't. You see? So now we have to make fundamental decisions based on space and time. Now, you see? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Hmm. Mm-hmm. None whatsoever. And you said a major word too, Ed. I mean to cut you off, but you said a major word that meant sleep money. And mergers and acquisition is a fancy word for saying together, working together. And that's what it's all about, being able to work together, you know, and having that and having the ability to scale up. Because if you can, and I forget my dad tell me this story all the time, man. The guy, I forgot his name, man, the brother that owned the airline. See, and he went out of business because what he was doing was he was offering like first class amenity at a base rate, at an economy rate. And it was doing very, very well, right? But he needed something like almost like $100 million at the time to scale up. But because of racism and prejudice acts of the banks, they denied him the opportunity to get the money. Not because his business model didn't work. It was because he couldn't have the ability to scale up to meet the demand because the demand was going so fast. So what Delta and them did was they got together that made their phone calls and said no. You see what I'm saying? And so these are the type of things that we have to be able to ward off by working together. And not being able to scale up is a huge problem for a lot of successful businesses, a lot of successful Black businesses. So we have to find a way to learn how to scale up, and you do that. And just like you said, Dr. Graves talked about, it was three different. Well, didn't you say it was three different? What was it? What's the name? What's three different marketing companies? Right. And why? Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Back, ooh, and that's fun. You hit the nail on the head, man. Because it's a point I want to make too. Because this individual thinking everybody worry about. Wow. Exactly. Because that's just the lamb that's given to the goat. Nope. Because everybody worry about being the goat. We need to be worrying about being the lamb. And what did I mean by that? The GOAT is the greatest of all time, but you can't be the greatest of all time unless you become the lamb. And what does the lamb mean? Leveraging assets makes billions. That's what the lamb is. I know Maltamaya always on fire. And keep in mind, this soccer now, this ain't no snuff now. This is number one sport on the planet. So just understand that. See that? Now look at all those eyes, the subconscious all those people's subconscious is now injected with Lydian world. Do you understand the power of this right here? Mm-hmm. To the video over. I don't want to talk over the video. No, I'm just saying what's funny is that we would tell people about this Lydian world and opportunity, right? And the first thing they would say is, where can I go get it? What? I'm telling you, you can get it right here. You can work from the inside. But they still want to go on other platforms and go at it alone. And that is the biggest crime right there. Because working from the inside, you can't have access to the mind certificates when you just go buy a Lydian stater off a pancake swap or any other exchange that it's on. You can't leverage. No, go ahead. No, we're good. Right. Mm-hmm. Period. Point blank. And until we do that right there, man, the wealth gap will continue to get wider because they're doing things together over in the metaverse space. You know what I'm saying? They're doing things together on the blockchain. You see, and it's not about individual wealth. Come on, man. Let go. Sleep money. Let go.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Understand something. And then I've studied this for a long time over the years. Now I'm going to show you something here. I want you to look at that drawing. That drawing represents you. The big circle represents your mind. The top part of it, where there's a choice, that's your conscious mind. And there you've got all kinds of mental faculties. You've got the ability to think anything you want. The bottom half of the big circle is your subconscious mind. It has no ability to choose. It has no ability to think. It'll accept whatever you give to it. And it's what you give to it that's going to determine what happens to the little circle there, because that's your body. So the way we act, the way the body moves, is an expression of what's going on in the mind. And unfortunately, it's generally an expression of what's going on in the subconscious mind, the lower part. Now, ignorance has a polar opposite. It's called knowledge. Ignorance is not knowing. Knowledge is knowing. That knowledge is information. Well, some people live in ignorance all their life, others don't. Now, I did live in ignorance for a long, long time, and then I started studying and everything changed for me. But it didn't change by accident. It changed because I began to study and I developed something that was called understanding. That's what Solomon said. He said, in all you're getting, get understanding. So I'm going to ask you to stay real close here and really look at this. There's a power that flows into our mind. It never stops flowing. In fact, it flows to and through us. You can actually photograph this energy leaving your body. Now, that may sound like a ridiculous statement, but there was a Russian chap by the name of Semyon Kurlian, way back in 1934, I think it was 34. He perfected a form of photography that would photograph the energy leaving a person's body. He was photographing mass, really, and he could photograph the energy. And if you change the images in your mind, you alter the vibration that your body was in, and the color of that energy would change. And the density of it depending upon concentration. So let's look at this drawing now. The top part, we say you can think, and you can think anything you want. Your subconscious mind is programmed. That's where a paradigm is. A paradigm is a multitude of information that's a program in your subconscious mind. It's habits, a multitude of habits that control our behavior to an enormous degree. Now, the conscious mind, the thinking mind, can take over control. The problem is it rarely does. Most people are controlled by their paradigm. This would explain why some absolutely brilliant people, they've got all kinds of knowledge, but their results wouldn't indicate that they know much of anything because they're broke, they can't find work, and yet the truth is they're brilliant. Well, that's another subject, and we would have to talk about that at another time, but let's keep going here. The conscious mind, remember we said you had the ability to choose. Well, what do most people do? If they see a situation they don't really understand, they start worrying. Am I going to have enough money? Am I able to do this? Worry and doubt are both psychic diseases. It is a gross waste of this energy that we talked about that flows into your consciousness. We take that, we can make anything out of it we want. What do? We doubt and worry. Why do we do that? Because we're letting the outside world control our thinking, and that's an error. Now, when you build an idea, if it's a negative idea, and you impress it upon the subconscious mind, that sets up a vibration called fear. And that's what people want to eliminate. Well, I'm going to show you, and now this is just a very brief look at it. Our company goes into depth in all this so that you can not only eliminate the fear, you can learn how to make things happen in a very big way. Now think of what's happened here. There's a power flowing into your consciousness. You took and you had a choice. You had your choice of what you wanted to build with it. And what did you build? You build a negative idea, doubt and worry. Then you got emotionally involved with the negative idea because the subconscious is also your emotional mind. Now whatever's impressed must be expressed, and it expresses itself in the physical body as anxiety. Now that's when most people get some Valium or something like that. They drug themselves. They don't understand the cause of anxiety, and most people don't talk about their anxiety. They don't show it very well. Do you know what they do? They suppress it. They bottle it up inside. Now, no good can come from that. In fact, a lot of bad can come from that because the suppression that's impressed and bottled up inside turns into something we call depression. A lot of people talk about, I've seen it talked about on television at times, on talk shows, and they act as if they don't know the cause of it. I know the cause of it, and you're looking at it right there. That's the cause of depression. Whereas it starts with doubt and worry. The worry turns into fear. Fear is expressed in anxiety. We suppress the anxiety, and it turns into depression. The depression eventually will cause your body to break down. That's what's called disease. St. Clair Lewis was right. He said, we don't die, we kill ourselves. That disease turns into disintegration. Now that all may look like, oh, come on, you've simplified this too much. You can't simplify it too much. Our problem is we don't understand ourselves. We don't understand how the mind works and the relationship of the mind to the body and the outside world. Now, can you change this? Absolutely you can change it. Faith based on understanding. Blind faith isn't worth diddly. Blind faith, first time you get tested, boom, the faith is gone. Do faith and fear are two interesting things. They both absolutely demand you believe in something you cannot see. But let's take a look at this a little further, okay? Here we are. Remember, power is flowing into our consciousness. We have the ability to think anything we want. The paradigm, that's the subconscious. It has no abilities to reject. It'll just take anything, doesn't have a choice. So the opposite of the doubt and worry, have you noticed the polar opposite? See the two symbols? They represent a law of opposites, or a law of polarity. Negative, positive, up, down, hot, cold, in, out. Everything has an opposite, question, answer. Now, the opposite of doubt and worry is understanding. Solomon said that a long time ago. He said, in all you're getting, get understanding. There's only one way to develop understanding. There is no other. One route, one road, and that is through study. If you do not study, you're not going to understand. Now, when we start to understand ourselves, our world changes. Before I ever started to study this, I held dumb jobs. I had no money. I was broke. I was unhappy. Today, I'm happy, healthy, wealthy. I have a company that operates all over the world. Do you know the first year I started to study this, I went from 4,000 to 175,000, and I went over 1 million. No formal education, no business experience. Understanding. Understand how to win. Have you ever noticed there's people who aren't very bright, yet they're winning in a big way, and there's other people who are absolutely brilliant and they're broke? Now the opposite is also true. There's not too many people that are bright and broke, but opposites do attract. Now let's look here. We go from understanding, we impress it, that's where faith comes in. You see, faith is the ability to see the invisible, to believe in the incredible, and that will permit us to receive what the masses call impossible. We've got to understand how this power that's flowing to and through us, how it moves into form. How do we get results? That is very important. That's what our company teaches. You attend our seminars, you'll see it. You'll really understand it, and that's what you need. You need understanding. See, there's all kinds of forms of study. We get in, just study a book. Well, sometimes the book doesn't do it. Sometimes you need somebody to explain things to you. Faith manifests not in anxiety like its polar opposite, fear. It manifests in well-being. Do you remember we said fear was suppressed? Well-being is expressed. You see a person, there's a quickness to their step, there's a smile on their face, good handshake. They've got things going in the right direction. Why? Because they understand. Now, they're faced with the same situation. It isn't the situations that depress people. It isn't in such situations that scare people. It isn't a situation that cause people to live in fear or anxiety. It's a lack of understanding of the situation. A bad situation is also a good one. If it's real bad, it's real good. There's your law of opposites again. Now, the expression picks up speed. Where we said before, it turns into depression, the expression turns into acceleration. And why? I'll tell you why. Because we're at ease. There's no tenseness. And the energy's flowing freely. We're creative beings. That's how you create. And the at ease causes creation, where its polar opposite causes disintegration. That's right. Now you've got to admit, that's the way to live. And you can live that way. All right? So you got a choice. You can go that way, or you can go that way. What way do you want to go? Do you want to live with fear and anxiety and disease, or do you want to go that way? I think you should look us up. Go to Proctor Gallagher Institute. Check us out. We've got some phenomenal programs. And you know something? Just like you learn to drive a car, or maybe operate your computer, fly a plane, type, you can learn how to take control over yourself. It's a beautiful idea, and this is, we'd like to understand it in depth. It's Bob Proctor. Thank you.
Gladiators, what is your profession?
Moderators, help me. Let's bring in some folks that's on the power call. Please type your name and where you're in from, and so we can shout you out. I want to welcome everybody out to the Monday morning power call. Let's go. Let's go.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, yes. Jennifer's here. Henry
Let's
Nels
go.
is
Let's
here.
go. Renita
Yeah,
Foley.
Lord.
Molta Meyer.
Yes.
Leilani Bell.
Is here.
Dale
Michelle,
Jackson
Danny
here.
James.
Dr. Robert
Robert
Hill.
Hill in the building.
Yes.
Let's go.
Deborah, Gail and
Yes.
Roy,
I can hear me. Oh,
Lisa
Bruce
Gordon.
Gore,
Gordon is here.
Marie,
Michael
Nikki
Johnson.
Nicole
Oh, the
Mott.
Dental
Yes.
staff.
Debbie
Paul,
Shaw.
Larry Williams, Kim
Izzy
Russell,
Bird.
Debbie
Janelle,
Shaw,
Vicky
Ray.
Bird, Rob,
yes,
Lynn
Jenkins,
Rain,
Here. Hello,
Nicole,
Bill.
Tony,
Bill in the
Debbie
house.
Kirby
Watkins in the house.
Yes.
Watkins,
Let's go.
and
Dr.
South
Cousins
Carolina,
here.
Deb
Dr.
Nixon.
on now.
Go ahead.
Gary Brown's in the house.
Evans,
Bill
Board.
is here.
Frederick
yes,
A is in the house.
Let's
Dr.
go.
Elizabeth
Patrice.
Phyllis,
Too tall.
Let's go.
Drag from the day.
Hey,
Let's
Marie,
go.
Gordon,
Let's
Dr.
go.
Vincent
Family
Muhammad,
game all day.
Lamisa Bates. Go ahead, Lee
Let's
Hines.
go.
Ah, ooh.
Yes, yes. All right, y'all. Let's keep this thing moving.
Wealth Builders Worldwide mission to provide individuals worldwide with the tools required to enhance their lives, achieve their dreams, and build massive wealth. We are a salespeople. We are a sales team. We do not sell products, goods, or services. We sell people on the infinite possibilities of their lives and the power of their dreams. We sell people on never giving up because we believe this is a noble cause. Now, if you are a guest on the line today, get back with the person who invited you to this call and let them know you are ready.
to get started. Hey, want to welcome everybody out to the Monday morning power call. Thank you for being patient with me. I'm always excited, y'all. So my name is Gregory McKay, call me Professor G. And one of the things about the power call is that we are all here designed to do something and be able to serve the world. And here we're building each other up so that we can help each other win. I believe that's the philosophy of Wealth Builders Worldwide, because we're not here to serve our own selves, but to serve one another and mankind. So I thought that video there was a pretty indication of where we are now, because we have all this stuff going on in the world. There's so much financial distress going around everywhere, and everybody is afraid of what to do and what to do next. Oh, what do I do? Who do I get with? Where do I put my money? Can I trust anybody? Is somebody going to try to take me? You know, all those different things go in. But when you come to the Wealth Builders Worldwide, you get to get prepared, because the world is going to be throwing stuff. It's like that video saying, we get so much influence from the outside. It's like, oh, left, right, you know, and you just trying to just take the punches and trying to just be strong through it. But it's okay, y'all. Fear is a healthy thing that the gentleman was talking about in that. And I had a few takeaways. And so you guys, you know, think about what you have. So when we talk about opening up the queue, you know, what your takeaways were from that. Because again, we're here to help build each other up. We're here to go on this journey. We're here to be the first generation to change the financial destinies of our families. We're the first, y'all. That's why everybody's here, the first. So I'm going to commend y'all for being here to be able to do that. Because listen, I wish it was easy. Oh man, I just wish. Oh, you just push a button. So it's a little more to it. So some of the takeaways I had from that is that part of it, that fear and faith both take belief. Oh, I'm going to talk to somebody. Fear and faith, they both take a belief, because you have to believe something, one or the other. And that's what the gentleman was talking about. Listen, you can be on the left side or the right side. It's almost like the wealth quadrant. You can be on the left side or you can be on the right side. Choose a side. Ain't nobody telling nobody what to do, but you're here to get fed, right? And so when we get influenced by the outside, we got to figure out, how do we get to be 10 foot and bulletproof, like Nate Hines is always talking about, so that those things can just bounce off of us, just bounce off. And when we can get to that point, then we know that we're ready for this journey called freedom. The other thing here is this power call is always designed, every time that we come here, to get something, and to get something new, and to get something that fortifies us. Because we know we're on this journey. When you get on this call and you get on it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, there's something that drives you to do that, because you're looking for something. We're all looking for something, and it's always going to be a phrase. It's going to be some words. It's going to be a music. It's going to be something. Just like on the training Saturday, when Dr. Curry said, everybody has their own unique noise. It's specific to you, and can't nobody else hear it. One thing I could hear, it could be like, man, and you could be just destroyed from it, because that's just how things are. So we can identify the noise that's out there, man. We can get on this thing, and fear ain't got no place, nowhere around. The next thing we talked about was faith, you know, and, you know, I go to church, you know, I go to this place, this building on Sundays, and there's faith, and then there's blind faith. There's faith and there's blind faith. We have to learn how to practice this thing called faith, and that's not knowing the next. Faith is not knowing the next, but knowing that you are going on a direction that you're choosing, but it's not knowing always the next. And that's hard. That's why folks want to just have it all laid out, all perfect. I want to know everything that's going to happen every step of the way, not written in any Bible that I've ever read. But I know that's where everybody is. So if we can get to this point where this journey that we're on right now, we're stepping out on faith with very wealthy people that have built wealth because they understand it, and we're all learning it. They understand it. We're all learning it. So we can now go on this journey now and step out on faith. And I'm not saying, you know, just do what anybody says, but if there's some people that are where you are, I mean, where you're trying to go to, then they probably gonna know some stuff that you don't know. Is that fair? Somebody knows something that you don't know. That's just how it works. And that's why I love it, because you have to be vulnerable, and you gotta be humble. Man, I know it's rough, boy, out there when you just gotta just submit. Oh, it is rough out there in them streets. But when you can do that, when you can humble yourself and get back, and that's why in the wealth business, we're talking about you want to earn while you learning. In school, you got to learn to go put a cap on your life, to get a job, a cap on your life. I didn't realize it until my 50s. I ain't talking about none of y'all. I was like, man, I'm going to learn this stuff right here so I can go do this right here. And then in my life, it's got a cap on. There was this guy said, you know, you're making $100,000 a year. You know, you got your chest out a little bit. Ladies, you got your, well, whatever you do, what ladies do. And it was Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor said, he said, you know, somebody's making $100,000 a year and that's good. That's because they're not aware of how to make $100,000 a month. I'm about to fall out my seat. Making $100,000 a year, unaware, don't have a clue, don't even understand that there's a possibility of making $100,000 a month, not even aware. And so when you come here for the awareness. That's why one of the things that was in the video that I took out and is seeing the incredible and believing the impossible. Seeing the incredible. I mean, it's incredible that we got these metaverse certificates. It's incredible. And to believe that impossible, believe that, man, I'm in so much debt, I don't even know what to do. Man, I got all this stuff over my head, I don't even know what to do. Man, seeing the incredible and believing the impossible. Man, if the Wealthman's platform ain't saying that to you in your life, just keep coming back, you're gonna get what you need to get past this thing. So hopefully you got a lot out of that. There's so much wealth and information when we go pursue it. We can't always not wait for it to come, but when we go pursue it, it will answer those questions or fill those gaps. But in this meantime, in this journey here, if we can just step out on faith, know that we have the greatest leadership around here to take us to where we're all going, we're going to be okay. So that takes us into my
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My people. Whoops. My people. Get back here. There we go. My people. Man, we got y'all, listen, and I don't know where, we got some incredible people here, y'all. And these are people that have been through the fire and been through the rain. I know y'all read about that someplace, but I read it someplace. They've been through the fire and the rain. Now, if I could see at the end of that statement there, it says, but brought them out to their wealthy place. Letting you know you're gonna go through some fire and you're gonna go through some rain. All right, you might get your do all messed up. Might have to start all over again, might have to change clothes, but you're gonna go someplace. And Mike and Manisha Delco have been through all that. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I just say I'm looking at some happy people. I'm looking at some people that you can't even see the scars, you can't even see the wounds, you can't even see the marks. But you know, you're gonna have to go through that to get where you're trying to go to. So these industry professionals that have taken us on this journey with them, and you know, when you want to really pop somebody upside the head, but you got to try to do it with words in a nice way. Every now and then, you know, Mr. Delco can bring it to you. But both of them are just so wonderful, and they would, you know, give you everything in which they do to be committed to this project. So I want to bring on Mr. Mike and Miss Manisha Delco. I know she's around here somewhere because they're not more than 5 feet apart. So if Mr. Delco, I don't know if you're on the line. We talked this morning, but you might be out there. So if you're on, if you could jump on here, that would be beautiful.
And Mr. Delco is not available this morning, Miss McKay, but
Oh,
yes, Mike
okay,
Manisha
good.
Delco.
Yes. So that's a shout out to Mr. Delco. So we're going to keep it moving here.
'Cause we're gonna be legends, gonna get their attention. What we're doing here ain't just scary, it's about to be legendary. Yeah, we're gonna be legends.
That's right, Roseanne. It's us, my people. My people. Hey, so y'all, you got to have some people, right? And you know, I remember talking to Mr. Best when it first started out. Man, this dude is so down to earth and so genuine and so can speak the language of anybody at any level, at any time, and anywhere, in any place. And this gentleman here, if we can really kind of, when in the video, Bob Proctor was talking about those very, very intelligent, intellectual folks. In my language, I call them as, you know, dumb in a box of rocks, intelligently smart, but kind of ignorant about some other things. And I used to get insulted when somebody said I was ignorant. but it just meant lack of information and lack of knowledge. We all ignorant of something. That's why this community here that we get to latch on and leverage one another, and we don't have to worry about something we don't know, because while we earning, we gonna be learning. Okay, y'all. So this is Mr. Best, founder of Wealth Builders Worldwide. You know, Wealth Builders Worldwide has been around since 2013. So it's proven itself. You know how some things start off and they kind of fizzle out and go away. No, this has been around since 2013 and continues to go strong, going on 10 years of building wealth builders and building wealthy people from the, Dr. Lakeisha McKnight, from the inside out, building people from the inside out. And so with no further ado, want to bring on our brother and founder, Mr. Ty Best. Dr. Ty Best, are you here today, sir?
This is Ty Best here. This is not Ty Best, this is Sherry Brown. But this is Ty Best here, and all I would like to say that y'all need to just dream big. Great call, Mr. McKay. Over to you, sir.
Dream big, and don't let anybody steal your dream.
Don't let anybody steal your dream.
There you
All
go.
right,
Listen.
I tell you, do a better impression than
know
I
what
do.
to say. I don't know what to say.
Is that beautiful though? You know, because that's that when that's that programming that we're getting to get a new program so that we can receive some things. All those things that's been hidden in the bank that we've been withheld from us. It's like ooh. Oh yeah. All right, y'all. So we got our leaders there that are doing whatever they do. Hopefully they can get on later on. Also, too, if there's anybody on the platform here that has any words to say, please.
Mr. McKay.
Yes.
Good morning. This is Dr. Hollins. I'm going to take the place of Dr. Ty Best.
Okay, good. Yes, sir.
Good morning, guys. I'll tell you, you're doing an outstanding job. It's a wonderful to hear you. What better person than to be sitting in this chair this morning? Man, we love you, brother. You're doing a great job. Outstanding video. And I'm just going to add my little 2 words to it. And you're saying the knowledge. I think what's going on here, Brother McKay, is most people don't have the knowledge because they're not studying what's happening around them. They're not getting in what we're doing. I have a lot of people in the same situation. So by the way, they're not understanding what's going on. So guess what? Just like you said, they don't have the faith because they're not really studying what's going on. It took me a while to try to master these metaverse certificates. Yeah, and I'm studying until I got comfortable with them. But I just want to say this. I want to thank you for stepping in this morning and giving me a chance to take Father's Day yesterday. I tell you, my kids came over and they were here at the house. And my daughter said something last night. You know, she's in the hairstyling business, make a lot of money. And she said, Dad, I got all this money in the bank. And last year I got my statement and they gave me $3. But you know, when you're talking to your kids, I said, well, I asked her a question. I said, well, where is she going to put it? Well, I'm going to find somewhere. But they don't want to get involved with anything that the parents are doing. They don't want to get involved with anything dealing with crypto. Well, I don't want to do that. I'm going to find somewhere. Well, guys, see, this is what you got to understand. Don't feel bad if my kids is not out there trying to do it, but they think they know it better. Don't feel bad if your kids don't get in. I figures like this. I was telling my wife, the day that breaks you or the day that will make you. So now she's finally getting broke. Maybe they'll listen. Back to you, sir.
No, that is so beautiful. And that's an echo through all families here because we've been so conditioned for stuff for so long that it's really hard to change that paradigm that Mr. Proctor was talking about. There's a paradigm shift that's taking place. And, this is big luxury liner of all these folks here that have the potential and ability, and this little bitty rudder is trying to make this thing turn so folks can see a new direction. They're looking like this and we're saying, no, you need to turn. You're looking like this, but you need to turn. And so as we're trying to move this pivot and to get folks to say, listen, y'all, I did a post the other day, the media and all this stuff, they just, crypto, it's gone down. They lost $1 trillion. They lost $2 trillion. In the meantime, the stocks have lost $3 trillion. But that, it's like, look over here. Don't worry about what's over there. Look over here. Don't look over here. So everything is going through that. But the beautiful thing about here that, when it's talking about seeing the incredible and believing the impossible, these metaverse certificates in the midst of the storm, in the midst. right? See, all the wealth is all created in the storm. Folks want to make it, oh, I want to be sunny, everything go all right, kumbaya. No, it's in adversity that wealth is created. And it's those who step out on faith. Man, we stepping out with $1 trillion company with a multi-billionaire, and we sitting here, well, let me think about that. Well, we don't even have the capacity. Again, I ain't talking about none of y'all. It's like, what in the, you want to curse sometime?
Wow, yes, amazing call this morning. Too Tall, Professor G, Gregory McKay, all of those people that are inside of you. You are amazing. And I'm telling you, I enjoyed the teachings of Mr. Bob Proctor. And look, as it's been said, you cannot walk by faith and fear at the same time. Why is that? Because false evidence appearing real will paralyze you. It'll paralyze your mind. It'll paralyze your decisions. It'll paralyze you to the point where you cannot even move because you're thinking of all of the what ifs, why nots, all of these things, but if you have studied to show thyself approved, come on, somebody, then you're approved. You've already been approved by the studying that you have done. And does it take a lot? No. We've been studying for 8 years. This is why we are in this crypto space, because of 8 years of studying to know that that dollar is not real. Come on, somebody. And we have different assets that we have experienced in moving that dead dollar to and making and creating generational wealth. So false evidence appearing real, which is fear, keeps us paralyzed. It keeps us from even making a choice whether sometimes we want to get out of the bed or not. That's the beginning of you running. You got to get up. You got to get up. And even myself and you, Mr. McKay, when you agree that we had a situation this morning where what we did first, we didn't allow fear to walk in. We didn't allow anxiety to walk in. We didn't allow confusion to walk in. We didn't allow we can't walk in. So that eliminated all of that time of worrying about how you're going to do it. What did we do? We just did it. Just do it. We just did it. And when we begin the process of just doing it, it worked out. It worked out. We were able to regain and renew the time that was lost during the week in less than 40 minutes. By what? Not allowing false evidence to appear real to step in, not allow concern to step in, not allowing somebody else to take the assignment to step in, but just coming together, learning and studying what we have already done and putting it together and doing it. Back over to you. What a call.
Ooh, for those that are just starting and new, it's going to be, it might even feel overwhelming sometimes, but we've been on this journey of these ups and those downs, but we've been putting ourselves in a position to earn while we've been learning the whole time. And so we are in this juncture now where we see the value of the dollar going down. We see the value of our purchasing power going down. We see the power of our savings going down. We see the power of our retirement going down, and trying to figure out where do we do and how do we place it and how do we get protected. And lo and behold, Mr. Joseph Hike comes on the scene and saying, I have a way. And while we're learning all of this stuff, we put that learning on the, not on the back burner, but as the second step. Let's earn, let's get in position here to earn. And then we're going to learn this stuff so then we can develop that strategy and get that understanding, because we got to get an understanding to the point where one of those things that, I want to be comfortable about what I'm doing. wealthy people kind of think a little different. They jump off, off the hill with the parachute and kind of got nicks and cuts and all that kind of stuff. And, your mind don't open up until that parachute opens. Until you go out and step out on something, it's kind of hard. So right now, we got these metaverse certificates. That's why I'm saying see the incredible and believe the impossible, because in the beginning next month, it's going to change a lot of things for a lot of families. It's going to, how they talk about the stuff that's happening at midnight when the jail was rumbling and the locks on the door and everything fell off, because it's late in the midnight hour. Some stuff's gonna turn around July 1st. Some stuff for somebody, I don't know who I'm talking to, but starting July 1st, some things gonna turn around. It's gonna turn all the way around. Just turn around. We do a song at our church, it's going to listen, we actually turn around up in there, so because the next day, because July 1st, for all those that are jumping on this thing and really going on this journey with us, you've been prepared for this, and it's going to turn around for you. So we hope that you get started and do all of that. I'm excited, y'all. Glad to be here. And like Sister Sherry Brown said, it was like all the things are going on in the background, y'all. But that's all right, y'all. We're gonna keep things moving. Thanks so much, Dr. Holland, and it's such an honor to be here to be able to help us and serve, because we're here to serve one another, not to serve our own selves, but to serve one another. That's our whole purpose here. God says, I'm gonna give you some stuff to do. You're gonna choose whether you're gonna do it or not. I'm gonna give you some stuff. I'm gonna put something in you. I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna pack it in. We'll pack it in. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? So those that are out here, keep living, keep serving, so that we can change the world. If it's one person at a time, two at a time, however many you say hello to. Do you keep your income options open? Are you looking for a better way? Are you looking to increase your income? Are you looking just to be personally developed? Are you looking for some mentors? Just are you looking? We're just looking for the folks who looking. Y'all know everybody ain't looking, right?
Yeah, this is the time to be looking just because you're nosy. Come on, somebody.
That is it. That is it. Is anybody on the panel, moderator panel, want to say anything before we get started?
I wasn't trying to say anything, brother McKay. I wasn't going to say nothing, but brother, look, you're doing a phenomenal job. Mighty Monday for Too Tall. You're the only person, I really look up to, literally. Like, but brother,
that's funny.
Brother, I just want to say, sir, you're doing a phenomenal job on this Mighty Monday. But I mean, you said it best. And so many of us are sitting on our seeds because we haven't counted the cost. Like literally this morning, I was just doing numbers. Got my whiteboard out. I was like, all right, look here, baby. If you do this, this is what's going to bring in for us. So sometimes you got to sit down and you got to let them know this is what's going to happen. But it takes faith and putting the seed in the ground. Because if you don't ever put a seed in the ground, how are you going to ever get the harvest? But this time, we may be skipping time. Time is going to compound in this thing. So normally, we say seed, time, and harvest, but we talking seed and harvest. I'm talking about a moringa tree that can sprout up in literally days, months. Come on now. Because of the power of what we have our hands on. So family, let's go ahead and plant these seeds with we got it. All we got to do is let the people know. So Brother McKay, phenomenal job. I wasn't going to say nothing, but look, I couldn't hold my mule no more. Great day.
No, this is it. This is
let me grab that mule.
Who said that?
I said, let me grab that mule, Brother Matthew. Brother Greg McKay, this is Dr. Patrice.
Yes.
Listen, man, I just had to shout you out. You are a consummate professional. And the law of attraction says you don't attract who you want, you attract who you are. And when I just look at the comments of the team, the wealth builders, and how everybody's feeling you, it just speaks volumes of how you paid your dues, you're honorable, you're respectful, and you got the juice, man. So welcome to the team of moderators. Shout out to the team, All Wealth Builds Worldwide, Mr. Dalco, Mrs. Dalco, Dr. Best, and all others. Lady Lisa, back to you, Brother Gregory McKay.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Man, I
Let me jump on in there.
Go ahead.
Oh, my bad, brother. No, really quick. Hey, I got to say my piece really quick. First off, brother, you killed this Mighty Monday Power Carl, want to welcome you to the squad, brother. You are doing an amazing job. You're perfect for it, man. I'm so glad to see you. So glad to hear you. I know the wealth builders are so glad to see you and hear you as well. And you are definitely a plus to this team. Thank you, brother, for all that you do. Congratulations, family. Amazing, Carl.
Thank you. Thank you so much, man. It's it's a love thing. I like the whispers. It's okay, I won't sing.
It's all right, brother. Go ahead and sing. Go ahead and sing.
Hey, listen, God didn't give me that one because I'll be tearing it up.
That's right, too tall. Can you hear me?
Yes. Dr. Lakeisha McKnight.
Yes. Good morning, everybody on the platform. Of course, I saw that you brought up this call and was focusing on fear. And as we spoke about on Saturday, don't let fear freeze you. Let it fuel you. Because that's what warriors do. That's what gladiators do. Do I have any gladiators on the platform? That's what we do. Oh, gladiators, yes. We allow it to fuel us, not to freeze us. Let it be that springboard to push you forward. Take it as a challenge, right? Listen, our chairman of the board, we often hear him say, bring it, right? Whenever there's any challenges, he says, bring it. You know where to find me. So let's go. Let's take on these challenges. Let's overcome this fear. We got this. Amen.
I mean, let's
Lions.
Oh, who's that? The Lions. Thank you so much to Dr. Lakeisha McKnight. And again, y'all, man, you know what? You know how you have so much that you have so much. The training on Saturday, if you missed it, there's not going to be a wall or a barrier or a financial task or a positioning moment that we aren't going to be prepared for. That training on Saturday, if you talk about building blocks, because if you're not learning and growing, you're dying. If you're not pouring into yourself, you're poisoning yourself. Just like when Matthew talked about the seed. When you don't plant something, do y'all know that some weeds gonna grow up in there? And the thing about it is the weeds gonna grow either way because it's just open rain. That's like poison. That's like noise. And we have these instruments and tools and these trainings and different things that are going on that are just pouring into us by design. You got to be around some folks with some design that's going to take us to this next level that we are not even going to recognize ourselves. Folks, we got to see some more sandy beaches. We got to see some more little tiki huts with the white sand down there with the blue water where you can see the bottom. You can lose your diamond ring. You can see it on the bottom. Just jump in there and get it. I mean, that we have to see that so that we can push ahead and push on forward, y'all. So I tell you, thank you, Dr. Lakeisha McKnight, for sharing that with us. If anybody else on the moderator panel want to say anything before we go ahead and open up the queue? I know some folks out here bubbling and burning and bursting, ready to share with us, and we want to get you on here. And hopefully you're respectful with the time. I know one of the things that we talk about all the time is to do a live stream of whatever you're feeling, that you get to take that out there to the universe, and so you can spill that out there and get that out there. You won't be able to do a live stream on the power call, but if you can go do one in real life on Zoom, all that stuff that's on the inside of you, let that stuff out over there. But over here, we just celebrating, educating, inspiring, and all those things. But we're not going too long. So we're going to go ahead and you guys raise your hand, and we'll see how that goes, so we can get your hands raised and get your.
All right, so we have the first person that's in the queue today, Sunshine Reggae. You're live. And you can unmute yourself. Sunshine Reggae, you are live. Must be out there planting some seeds. So we're going to keep this going on to the person that has harvested the seeds. Wendell Osborne, come on in the house.
Minister of Fun, back online. Mr. Too Tall, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Congratulations, phenomenal job. I just knew this was those two doctors. I had all my speech ready for them. You messed me up with that. You knocked it out the park. Congratulations on that. As promised, every day I will share, not counting any streams of income, just certificates from others. $26 today. That's one day. We're going to do this till next Monday. FMBs, well, matter of fact, Wealth Builders Worldwide, I can see everything y'all doing. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, leadership, for all you do. Ow, ow, ow.
Hey, brother Wendell Osborne, before you go, can you share what that is? There's some new people here that didn't really pick up what that's
Sure.
so huge. I can't even quantify it.
Absolutely. Because our family embarked on first getting the whole world and now adding other things to it, we got the whole Lydian world in our family in one of our accounts, all 446 regions, with a minimum of 3 incomes per region. That's well over 1,000 income streams just there. But one of those is the certificates of deposit, what I call like a CD at the bank, where they keep all the money, funds, and ain't money. Well, we over here, they're sharing those CDs with us, nice portions. So just from activating my CD, well, one of them, and others doing theirs that I don't know or do know, in all them countries, I made $26 passively, residually, for years to come. Not doing a thing. Back to you, bro.
Oh my goodness. Boy, we're saying those words in all these different ways so that we can help folks understand what's going on here. There's 446 income streams, positions in the Lydian world, which is our metaverse. And so we're really already actually out running, and it's already paying out now. And so that's like his family having 446 brick and mortars all around the world with no overhead, no expenses, no employees. All he's doing is receiving income because his position has a virtual position in a space. That's what's here now. That's why the streams of income here are unknowing at this point, because it's the metaverse is wide open. Oh my goodness gracious! And that $26 can turn into 2,000. Okay, Sherry Brown, next call. I'm gonna be quiet.
All right, Kevin Millender, you are now unmuted.
Appreciate you, Ms. Sherry Brown. Good morning, family. Good morning, Coach McKay with outstanding pre-core. Good to be in the land of the living. Listen, family, in regards to not only the training over the weekend, in regards to not only the Go Standard Bank opportunity, us being the welcoming committee with GS partners, but this whole metaverse, blockchain, G99 wealth transfer, honestly, family, it's set. He's already in 2025. It's going to do what it's going to do. It's just waiting for me and you to participate. It's set to bring this wealth, to mine it out of the countries and to put it into our generations. Thank you for everybody staying teachable and growing in the opportunity. Kev Mill, I'm out.
Go ahead.
All right. Yes. Thank you, Kev Mill. Come on in the house. As Mr. Best would call her, Nikki knows it all not. Come on in the house, sis.
Oh man, thank you, Miss Sherry Brown, for bringing me up. Professor Tutal, you just cooked my grits this morning. I'm gonna just put it out there. Thank you, Mr. Tyrone Best, Mr. Michael Dalco, and all the amazing leaders on this line for feeding me and planting the seed for the past 4 years of knowing what wealth was and understanding that feeding the faith makes you grow and not feeding the fear. I could have fed my fear 2 years ago when I injured myself and said, how am I going to live off of 2/3 of my pay and get me some assets? But I didn't feed that fear. I fed the faith. And because of that, I'm sitting where I am now. Thank you, family. I love all of you. Have an amazing day. Back over to you.
Woo, let's go. We just want to start hugging folks. Y'all lucky we can't hug each other right now. falling all over each other. Thanks for sharing so much. I want to hit the applause button and hit the AU, but if I hit it, it's going to jump to the next screen, so I'm not touching nothing. So that's the shout out for you. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, yes, yes. All right, come on in the house, Malta.
Grand Rising, Royals and Nobles. Hey, Professor G. Listen, I can't even sound the alarm, y'all. Nikki Knox, she got my blood pressure all high. I had to go to the ER. They took my vitals. It came back that the moon certificate pays out $62,000 every 15 days for the next 7 years. That's all the charts keep saying. That's all I see. Listen, people, as long as this wind is blowing and these birds are chirping, everything, and you are alive to see it, everything on this earth is available to you. What is there to fear? You making yourself afraid of things, and that's holding you back. You don't have to learn every single detail of the meta. I know I won't. All I need to know is the moon metaverse certificate pays out $62,000 every 15 days for the next 7 years. If that don't change your life and your attitude, I don't know what will. I'll back over to you.
All right, all right. Malta Maya taking us higher.
Come on, Montemayor, always take us higher. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Deb Nixon, good morning. Over to you.
Good Lord, between Nikki Knox, Multimier, Kevin Millender, and Professor G, it's like, whoo, I'm in a whirlwind over here. Well, I'm going to rename this, Professor G, Manifesting Monday, because today you are manifesting a lot of faith over fear thought processes. Because family, think about it. The same heart that you have inside you cannot hold on to fear and faith at the same time. It's not possible. What are you filling your heart with? Ask yourself that. Don't be a deer with headlights in their eyes, just standing still and frozen. That's what fear is. It's like a deer with headlights making you do nothing. And that will cost you a lot in this opportunity. So much love. Keep that faith over fear, and let's go, family. Ooh.
Dagnison always in the house cooking grits. Ken had so much grits he can't even take no more. Come on, somebody. Shout out to Dad Nixon's husband, Ken. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, Rashida, the one.
Good morning, Miss Sherry Brown, and good morning to you, Professor G999. You did an awesome job. You always do. And I really appreciate you and welcome you to this platform. Hey, I'm not the one who put you here, but I am so glad that you are here. It's been in the coming. G999, you did it. You did it. It was awesome. Everyone have an awesome day. Nikki Knox, you got me wanting more than the moon. You did it. This is awesome.
Yeah, you know what, Professor G, she had me scared there for a minute. You know how we tell our children, I ain't the one that brought you here, but I'm the one to take you out. I was like, is that where we doing this morning? Is that where we going? I didn't bring you here, but I will take you out. Exactly. But thank you so much, Rashida, the one, for coming on in here with us this morning. Yes, yes. All right, we're going to kick it on over to D. Clark. You are now live and can unmute yourself.
Good morning, Professor G, Sister Sherry. Oh my gosh, this power call is amazing. The pre-call, Professor G was right on time. I am still on what Sister Malta just said. The moon, $62,000 every 15 days. Oh my God. This is it. We got it, family. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. Professor
Yes,
G.
look at that. In 15 days, making more than, well, I think it's 70 or 80% of the population makes in a year. The number might be higher than that in 15
Wow.
days.
Talk about reaping where you did not sow. Come on, somebody.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to leave that book on the side.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Killeen, Texas, come on in the house.
Greetings, it's Otetiani and Taruk. So good to hear Sherry Brown keeping it down. And Brother McKay, you always.
McKay, that's Sherry Brown.
Hey.
Between the fire and the tree, what we got going on? A tree fire. We got to holler out to our new partner, Quashay Walter. And we're excited that she's excited. And we want everybody to just Zoom. Not on the Zoom in real life. Oh.
Hey. Thank you so much for Ote Tiani. It was great to meet you in Atlanta. Yeah, in Atlanta. So it's good to, put faces with places and places with faces. So we say, oh, there you go. So look forward to the next Let's Go weekend or something. We're going to do something somewhere.
Yes. And go ahead and try that button over there, Mr. McKay. It don't have to. Yeah, just push it. That button right there is gonna do what it's doing.
Okay, there we go.
That's applause. Yes, right there.
Okay, good.
Did it do it? Oh, there you go. There you go. Yes. And the other one is the IOO button. Come on in the house. 646.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
646-641. You are live.
Good morning, Ms. Sherry Brown and Dr. McKay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
This is Wendell. I have to say, Professor McKay, that was an awesome pre-call. And the song says, I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. And fear is false evidence appearing real. So we are going to soar. And I want to thank you for the pre-call and for those who have said whatever they have said already. But Miss Nikki Knox last night knocked it out the park. And I want to congratulate her for the great work that she has done. And I had some prospects on the call, and they say it was actually very good. And I'm like, thank you, Jesus. And I want to welcome those of my prospects who are on the call this morning as well. And I want you to know that you are in a good place. Don't be afraid to get right into the midst of the storm, like what the eagle would do. They would dive right in the eye of the storm and just soar because the wind takes them to the highest height, and no enemy can trouble them. So thank you for calling me out, and you are just so awesome. You have a golden day, all of you, and I love you all.
Thank you so much. Who do we have next?
Yes. Let's see who we got next. Is it the moon? Is it the stars? What is it? What is it? Is it another planet? Is it another planet? Come on in here and talk to us on the 8th day of the month.
Rattle that. Oh my goodness, Papa. Thank you, Ms. Sherry Brown. I always think about you when you do your emotions. When you do that is very beautiful. I always think about you. I want to say thank you to Mr. Delco from way back on Saturday when we did a tremendous.
Whoops.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. You're back.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Papa, to all of you, I appreciate you, Miss Sherry Brown. I always think about when you do your emotions, when you always did that with the white outfit on, and you just got into it, and it's beautiful. Mrs. Delco from Saturday, also Mr. Ty Best, he is the best. I got to say, all of y'all are great. We did a great job yesterday with Ms. Dixon. My goodness, I got to say, this is tremendous. We are expressions. That's what you did, Sherry. You're doing expressions now. And Jacqueline Addison, awesome. I love all of y'all. And I got to tell you, we got a new affiliate, a new partner, Mr. West Williams. And I want to say, if I show you the life jacket and you don't put it on, it's up to you. But I'm going to give you the life jacket.
Mr. Best gives you the lifeline and the life jacket, and all of us on here. I hope you're on the call and you listen to this call, because we can tell you to press the buttons, but you got to press them yourself.
All right. Yes, that's right. If you don't put the life jacket on, it's up to you. Thank you so much, sis. That was amazing, amazing.
Yeah,
So,
congratulate your new partner. Congratulations
yes,
to your new partner.
yes. Awesome, awesome. Debbie Shaw, Tauber, good morning. You have been unmuted and can unmute yourself, Debbie Shaw. All right, Sid. Oh, there you are.
Terry Brown, how are
What's going on, Debbie?
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm at the farmer's market. All is well. How's everyone? I mean, it's just a beautiful and amazing day. It really is. I just wanted to give, I didn't really have nothing to say. It was an accident, but
There are no accidents. What you talking about?
accidents happen for a reason, right?
Exactly.
How you doing, Too Tall? I want to congratulate you
Yeah.
for becoming the moderator, and thank you for everything that you do and that you impart into us. Really do appreciate it. You and Miss Sherry Brown. Back to you.
Yes. Hey, listen, you're at the farmer's market, but you still plugged in. That's what we're talking about. That's it right there. So
You know
that's
why it wasn't no accident? Because Debbie Shaw, you need to go ahead and pick me up some red snapper with the head on and a few of those crab legs. Yep, and some fresh greens and strawberries. Which one you at, the cab or where?
At DeKalb's Farmer's Market.
Girl, I'm on my way. So by the time you get out the farmer's market, I'll be right outside the door. Let's go.
I know that's right.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Be
So
plugged
look,
in.
Mr. McKay, that ends your cue for today. So
Oh.
back over to you. It's been a pleasure serving with you today. And
Yeah.
it's been a pleasure listening to you guys coming in. And I'm about to go get this red snapper with the head on. Let's go.
All right, y'all. So
Every day, everywhere in the world, people wake up, get dressed, and head off to make a living, following the path they've chosen. But deep down inside, there's always a desire for a better way, a simpler way, a legitimate way to make more money, have more free time, and enjoy life rather than just work until we die. We have found a 100% legitimate, inexpensive, logical system with a valuable product and real-time commissions. Generate income with just a cell phone and an internet connection from anywhere at any time. Get started now, get paid now. Do you look for ways to make more money? Ask for info and we will send you more information. Let's talk.
Wow. So we're getting ready to transition into the 12 o'clock call in a few minutes here. And when you hear Monisha is saying those things, she's saying we have a real product with real-time commissions. Do y'all know we have some real products? Some real stuff, not foo-foo stuff, but some real stuff. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, y'all know about Telegram. And if you are here and you're not on Telegram, you want to be a part of Telegram because this is how we communicate. And in this money movement and this wealth movement, it's going to be important to have this thing turned on so people, when something comes through, you'll be able to hear it. You set your sound to whatever sound you want and pick it for yourself, but stay plugged in because there's going to be some financial decisions you're going to need to make and you want to be plugged into it. And again, Wealth Builders Worldwide, again, provides a wealth of information, a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of things that are archived because everything we do, we record to preserve this. You can go back to 2013, 2014 and hear some stuff. You can go back to 2015 and hear some stuff. You can go back. So you get to see this evolution, everything is going on because it's been archived. Come on, somebody. So you can go to mywbw.net and you can position yourself there because this is what we call kind of our Wealth Builders Wire University. So it has a plethora of information, a lot of recorded things, scripts, all those different tools that you need to enhance your life, to achieve your dreams, to build massive wealth. All right. Is that good? Is that all right, y'all? I'll tell you, we got some stuff here. So I don't know if Mr. Delco or Mr. Best came on or came back, if they had any words before we move on. I don't know if they were on the platform or not. If not, then we will keep going, and then they'll come on and get in whenever they have the chance to be able to do that. So here's the schedule, and we want to make sure this is out plastered everywhere, so everybody at any time, anywhere, on any continent can see what's going on, and now they can plug themselves into the tools and things that we have here. So make sure you have a picture of the screen. You want to send it out to all your team members, make sure that they have this, so that way they know what's going on Monday. I don't even know. Oh, yes, you do, because the schedule's right here. So you want to make sure you take care of that. And I don't know if we take my little picture out the way, if that helps, so you can just see the screen. So make it take a picture of that, and then send it out to your whole front line. You gotta resend it out today. It's sort of like a resurgence. Resend that thing out today so people know what's going on. Know that you still around and you still doing this thing. Get that thing out here today. I know I'm doing it for sure. So hey, we're gonna get ready for the 12 o'clock presentation. And again, we do this twice a day, 6 days a week, 12 o'clock and 9 o'clock to get this information out. Is everybody coming? Is everybody coming?
Let's go. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Hey, put them hands in the air. So hey, y'all, we're gonna go get ready for the transition to the 12 o'clock. We'll close off here, and then we'll get ready for the 12 o'clock. If you're on here, stay on here. If you're on Facebook and you're gonna pick up the 12 o'clock, make sure you're spreading that out and tagging folks. Make people tell you no. Make people tell you no. Don't let them off the hook. Let's not let anybody off the hook. Let them tell us no, because they don't have any idea that they don't have any idea. They don't have a clue. So put them, tag them, let's love on them, and then we can just keep this thing going, y'all. So we're going to stop this, and I don't know if we stop it on Facebook or not, because I don't know how to do that. But hey, we're going to get ready for the 12 o'clock, and we'll turn it on over then. Thanks, everybody, and thanks for your support.
Recording stopped.
And your love and your shout outs. Love y'all, and we look forward to bringing this to you on Mondays. And thanks, Dr. Hollins and Dr. Hollins for all the things that they do, and we'll continue to do as well too. There's seasons, everything changes, and we got to be ready to move and pivot with the changes. So love y'all. We'll get ready for the next presentation.
Oh, great call. Let's go.
Hey, thank you so much, Sherry Brown. You be doing the thing.
Come on now. I couldn't have did it without you, Professor G. Over to you, Wandalyn Williams.
We'll go ahead and get this started.
Recording in progress.
Every day, everywhere in the world, people wake up, get dressed, and head off to make a living, following the path they've chosen. But deep down inside, there's always a desire for a better way, a simpler way, a legitimate way to make more money, have more free time, and enjoy life rather than just work until we die. We have found a 100% legitimate, inexpensive, logical system with a valuable product and real-time commissions. Generate income with just a cell phone and an internet connection from anywhere at any time. Get started now, get paid now. Do you look for ways to make more money? Ask for info and we will send you more information. Let's talk.
Hey, so let's welcome everybody to our noon presentation. My name is Gregory McKay. They call me Professor G, too tall, and I'm actually literally tall, so it does come into play. So we come to you every day, 6 days a week, to bring you this content and let you know that those that are bringing it to you are qualified to give you this information. We hope that you take the time to share it. If you see this on Facebook on a page, please share it with someone else, because you never know who's looking for what we have to offer. You never know who wants to change their financial destiny. You don't know who's somebody who's maybe going through some things where they need some financial support, some financial education, some financial mentoring. They need some financial tools. You don't know who that might be, and you might be that bridge that can cover that gap there. So I come from corporate America, had plenty of time there, did very well, was very successful there. Even started my own business, real estate business there. Really had a pinnacle in that, but things changed. So I ended up starting a real estate company back in 2000, and in 2008, lost everything. I actually took all my money out of my 401k. You don't have to do that because I read a book. It's something that can happen in your life if you read a book. There's something in your life if you're around some people who say, read a book. There's something that will change for you if you can take 10 minutes a day to read a book. And so I read this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I had no idea. My family had no assets. Now I recognize my last 4 generations had no assets. That's why we weren't able to transfer wealth from one generation to the next. So we want to fix that. We want to plug that hole. We want to give people the tools required to enhance their life, to achieve their dreams, and to build massive wealth, because now we have a chance to be able to do that. And that's my lovely wife, Renee, going on 35 years, has been through the ups and the downs. We talked about it earlier today. I've been through the fire. Man, that'll test you right there. Some people turn back. Been through the rain. People don't even like to get wet these days. I don't want to get wet. I don't want to go outside. But you got to go through some stuff to get to where you're going. So now this brought us out to this wealthy place, and we're going to show you how we're doing it here on this platform. So we're here to solve problems. A lot of people talking stuff. I ain't talking about the stuff out there. I'm just saying a lot of folks talking stuff, but a lot of folks don't have a plan. So we want to come here with a plan, a goal, and a mission to help those that are trying to say, listen, I need to make some more money. I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to have to work 2 or 3 jobs. And if I was speaking to the millennials, because I talk to a lot of them now, they're like, man, I don't like this work thing. I don't want to do this for 30 or 40 years. I can't do that. A lot of them are getting the awareness in advance. It took us a long time, us baby boomers, we stubborn. It took us a long time to get an awareness that we could do something different. So we want to show you how to make some money. We want to show you how you could save more money. And we want to make sure you understand how to save your money, but make your money make money. Some people are saving their money in the bank. I don't know why they do that. We know that 95% of folks are doing that. And we know 95% of folks are getting less than 1%. We know 95% represents the non-wealthy, and 5% represents the wealthy because they're doing two different things. 95% of people are doing traditional things that have almost really not really been terminated yet, but that have played out their place, because there's so many there, but there's a better place. And if we can show you today, if we can show you, if we can show you, we're going to show you, but if you, the brain can't see what the mind can't comprehend. So I know you're going to be looking at what we're talking about here, but I don't know if you're going to be able to comprehend it, but that's okay. You connected to the wealth builders. And so we know that everybody's trying to figure out what they're going to do. So let me introduce you to Wealth Builders Worldwide and GS Partners. Wow. All I can do is say there's something about being in the room. There's something about being set apart. There's something about getting exposed to things that many people around the world will not ever know, not even know it exists. And now today, because of public display of things and how you can share things, you can be that catapult, you can be that bridge, you can be that linkage that can let people know that in this digital era, they don't have to watch it happen. They can be a part of it. And so we're going to talk a bit about today about the metaverse and what it is for us. It's this digital virtual space where it allows your money to make money and lets you make money while you're sleeping. You got meta trading, meta brokerage, meta estates, cities, development, NFTs, marketplace, meta gaming, and so much more. And so we're in this technology space, and we're not only just in the technology space, we design and develop the technology. So we're here to say we're not here and we're going to be this stale thing that's going to play out and run out. No. We're developing each and every day. We're actually driving the car and adding more features to it. And so when you're in a place like that, then you already know you're ahead of the game, because I'm going to show you how far we are ahead and where you can get started in this place right now. This is a disclaimer, and this disclaimer, when we first started, I think it had maybe, 4, 5, 6 lines in it. But because we are so adamant about being compliant, we want to make sure that we're compliant in every field in this virtual space, and then we can also operate in any country around the world and be compliant. It's very important to be compliant. It's one thing to talk a game, but it's another thing to be compliant in the game. And so when you look through here, I hope you take a picture of this so you can kind of get an idea of it, because it's a lot of content here, and you need to put this up against anything else that you're looking at. You need to put this up against anything else you're looking at. And if you're talking and looking at some other things that don't even have a disclaimer, that's screaming non-compliance. That's screaming. That's like a bullhorn. We ain't following the rules. We ain't following the rules. I'm not, just illustration purposes. So this presentation for the purpose of educational program and community members potential rewards, and exclusively to find that you can find here at GS Partners, .global platform. So every effort has been made to accurately represent GS Partners rewards plan and its income potential. All earnings or income examples will depend solely on the ideas, techniques, knowledge, skills, and time invested into your independent business. GS Partners does not guarantee any results or any decisions you make in relation to promoting our products or your business. All income examples used by GS Partners are not to be considered average earnings. We are not financial advisors, and nor are we providing you financial advice. And so these things here at the bottom here let you know we're compliance against money laundering. We're compliance against in the technology space, in the blockchain space, that we're compliant. So we're compliant in the IT space. There's a lot of things that go into creating something that's going to protect you. There's a lot of things that go into protecting you and I. And I'm proud to be able to do that and share that with you. So when we talk about what's going on here and what you're able to do, we're going to talk about how improving your health and your wealth. Because, when you're feeling good, you go do some stuff to keep feeling good, right? When your money's right, you get a whole different attitude. The power and the change is when your money is not right, but you still got to go on and push through it. So we're going to talk about how you build wealth here. We're going to talk about who we are, what we do, the products, the ecosystem, and our plan. And we're taking on this technology shift because everything that's changing involves technology. We are partnering and we're collaborating all the time. Our chairman we were on a call with him, I think it was last week, these days run together, on a call, I believe it was last week, and he's already into 2025. He's already into 2025. We are here, we June 2022, we half the year. A lot of people that had, I got some stuff I'm gonna do in 2022. I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna do my money thing. I'm gonna do my thing. It's June. A lot of folks ain't done nothing. I ain't talking about none of y'all. I'm just saying, folks out here saying, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and haven't done anything. 95% have not done anything. And so we're saying, how do we get in this space here? Well, we got to partner with some folks that are already creative and have vision already for the future, that they're in the blockchain, they're in the Web 3.0, they're in the metaverse already, not thinking about it, not talking about it, not on some little piece of paper, but they are doing it. And that's what we're doing here now because of our partnerships that are going around the world. If you look at the marketplace, everybody's not looking. Everybody ain't looking. But if you're with us, you're going to look and you're going to see. He who writes the vision and makes it plain, whoever picks it up can run with it. My family, we running with it. Some families out there ain't running. They sitting up in the house. I don't know. But look, blockchain technology, 1.57 billion. Web 3.0, just a higher level of the internet, 1.24 billion. Oh, but can I tell you, you got to be in through the fire, through the rain, the wealthy places in the metaverse, and we're already here, and they already forecast to be almost $1 trillion by 2030. Do you want to be in the way of the movement of the future in advance? That's what you get a chance to do here. And our Lydian world is positioning us to be able to do that. And I'm going to change those words around or add a word, earn. One of the things because we've been so indoctrinated, we talk about these 40,000 hours of programming, the school system and have everything all set up here by design to keep people in a compliant space, to have them methodically go through some things that will never put them in position to build wealth and never build wealth and pass it on to the next generation. I know we didn't even know that. We didn't know it was a game. We didn't know it was by design for us to be broke. Be comfortable, but broke. So this digital land here is allowing us to really play our own role, to take control over our financial lives. And we get a chance to do this here, but landing in a safe space to be able to do it. Am I talking to somebody? Because y'all know people looking and say, man, where can I go? What can I do? Oh, the stock market, smack. Oh man, the cryptocurrency, smack. Everything is like, oh, what you supposed to do? Can't hide up under the bed. Can't put your head in the sand. You gotta do something. So this virtual world's here letting us be able to do something. So take a look at this so you can see the evolution. The evolution of things is happening.
The origins of life in the universe. First stages in human evolution. First simple technologies that started making our life easier. Welcome to Lydian World. We are glad to introduce our multi-ecosystem. Here, the rewards are generated thanks to the fees applied to each service or product behind an income resource such as staking pools, credit card swipe commissions, mining fields, assisted trading, non-fungible tokens marketplace, interactive airdrops, mainnet masternodes, trivia games, etc. Available on platforms and devices, more than 3 million users expected by the end of 2022 could reach a milestone of $5 billion in total resources. Lydian World, the place where you can explore, earn, and have fun.
Wow, we get to be in this space that's where we can see the evolution and the changing of the times, and we can almost kind of think about, man, when the internet started up back in 2000, when the internet first started up, they were complaining about the internet. Man, it's going to flop. It's going to do all these different things because we're the adversity for things that are new. We like, I'm against it. It's not working like it's supposed to do this. It's supposed to do that. Not giving anything time. That's what wealth takes time. To build wealth, it takes time. Development takes time. Technology takes time. All but those that are getting in the beginning here. Man, this Lydian world here is allowing everybody that participates, everybody, 100% of everybody that participates in the Lydian world here is going to create passive income for life. I didn't say 50%. Everybody who's participating, I didn't say you went to it and visited. I didn't say that. Participating is that you're in the game. 100% is going to put themselves in position to have create passive income for life based on everything that's happening in there, and it's just getting started. If you played Monopoly before and you was trying to get them properties on the right-hand side, what if you could get a property all over the world? What if you could benefit from all the property creation around the world and you didn't even own any of it? What if you could be a virtual citizen around everything around the world, and everything that's happening in that country, you get a little piece of that? Oh, I hope we can paint the picture for you, but that's okay if you don't get it. We're just saying we're going to teach you how to do all that. Don't even worry about it. This metaverse thing is so big and so huge. It does, that song, No Limits, No Boundaries, I See Increase. That's what it reminds me of. Oh, I see increase all around me. I can't even put a box around it. I can't even do nothing. I just got to flow with it. Oh, I just got to flow with it, y'all. So this thing here, you're gonna learn all this stuff. You're gonna don't worry about that. Let's put you in position to start getting paid first. Okay, can we do that? We're gonna teach you how to put your money in position to have your money make money, so you can make money while you sleep. You can make money while you're not working. You can make money while you're working. You want to make your money make money all the time. You want to hire your money and put it to work, and that's what the metaverse is all about. So you're gonna learn all this stuff. So don't worry about it. This is so much on here. This is all new language. This is like taking Spanish when you speak English. This is like taking English when you speak Spanish. It's like, I don't know what, it looked pretty though. Y'all know that looked pretty. So don't worry about all that. That's why we have education here. Financial education, because we all got the regular education and it didn't do. Well, okay. When you're doing something, some other folks want to do it with you. When you're out there doing something, some other folks want to do it with you. So we attracting these metastars, and this is just the beginning. Floyd Money Mayweather is like, and Floyd talks some stuff, right? He's like, shoot, they pay over here. This metaverse thing is paid out already $1.2 million already in assets to all those that are in this virtual place here. And just being in position. Oh, can you imagine in your life to be in position? I don't understand it all, but I'm in position. I don't see how it works, but I'm in position. I can see these little 2 cents here, 5 cents here, 10 cents here. I don't know how it's working, but I'm in position. Oh, $1 here, $25. Y'all, this is going to attract more and more and more, and you're here right now to be able to participate.
We're in
Check it
Dubai
out.
right now. Something small, but some big money. Check it out as you can see. I have to display it to the world because they pay. You pay and we play. Check it out. In total, we have 10 Cullinan trucks, but we're promoting, I think 4. We're showing out a little bit. Some small, but the pay is big. Everything I do is big. Actually, this is where I'm staying at. smallest building in the world, but I'm gonna say the biggest building in the world. We're doing small things for a big price. Check it out. Check it out, check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, check it out, check it out. And yes, I'm gonna push this company on you. They pay. And when they pay, I'm away. Money made, you know the rest.
Wow. I don't know if you've been in a Rolls Royce before. You know, there's some cars that you can go get into and you can feel comfortable and you can feel like that's your car. Man, when I first sat in my Rolls Royce, you got to call things to be not so they work. When I sat in that thing, talk about somebody, I own that sucker right there. It was the 2-door. I was like, oh, come on, somebody. I said, man, this thing is like, oh, and I had to, took a picture in there with the, I had to move my head to the side so I get the little R on there, Man, it was blue with the white interior. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all! It's all this. We already calling those things out, boy, because it's all coming. Because we're in this place here. So these are some of the partnerships that we have here. These are going to continue to grow. These are going to continue to grow as we go forward here because this metaverse we just launched 6 months ago. It's just starting and it's already paid out 1.2 million and it's not even all fully turned on. It's not all fully developed. But our chairman says let's get things into flow because everything happens with flow. Money must flow. It must move. Many of us have just had our money sitting somewhere hoping it's going to work out, and that's not really a thing to do. So let's talk about the licenses here. Many of the things you're going to look at now, you can look at everything else out there that people come to you with, and please do. Nobody's telling you not to do something. We're saying here, just make sure they're compliant. Okay, just protect yourself because something that looks flashy and on the outside, on the inside, it might not be solid. So you want to make sure that they're compliant and have licenses and in a regulated environment so you can make sure where you put your money that you're comfortable and protected by that. Here, you're going to be protected. And that's why we are so adamant in getting this information out to you. It took us a while to get all this stuff into place, but it takes a while to be great. You ain't got to be great to start, but you got to get started to be great, right? And so here, this Lydian thing, this whole thing I'm talking about here, there's multiple streams of income. All this income starts with a $33 decision. Some people are like hemming and hawing and doing all those different things that they're going through, but that's just a mindset, right? And we're talking about on the power call today. That's ignorance. It's just lack of information and knowledge. So we're hoping that we're giving you enough information so you can say, for $33 that I did not spend, I'm gonna get all these benefits here that are gonna outweigh the value of $33 because I'm gonna get a blockchain academy. I'm gonna get educated about this almost $3 trillion industry. I'm gonna get educated about that for $33. Go try and pay $33 for one credit at a university or college or a seminar. Go pay $33 and see if you can get in there. I think not. You also go get an NFT. NFT, that's a $250 billion space all by itself, the NFT space. No, 225 billion. They're talking about it going up because it's just so crazy. Metaverse citizenship. You get a chance now to position yourself in those 446 streams of income that are coming in right now, not in the future, right now, in the metaverse. Some of the cities have already sold out. You can't even get in the city because it's all full. So you got to get some places and get yourself a seat. So you're getting all this in the system with your $33, and you also get a referral link because some people say, I really don't want to share. I just want to learn everything. And we're saying, don't. I started off doing that. Man, this is so costly. Just share the information. Our responsibility is to share the information. What they do on the other side, that's not our responsibility. We do what we can control. We can't control what they do, but we can control how many people we let people know. So this 95% of the population don't have a financial education. So 9 out of 10 of your friends, I don't care what they say, they don't know what they're talking about most of the time. Not their fault. Listen, y'all, why is 95% of the population broke? Why is 5% of the population wealth? They're doing some different things. We're on the 5% side. And it's hard to get to the 5% side because we're so indoctrinated about the other side. $33 to get yourself out of harm's way. These metaverse certificates we talked about, you get to start off at 300% on your money. I know this is hard to grab because we look at the bank and it's got 0.01 and then somebody say 300%. You just catapulted my life. You just changed my thing upside down. You just turned everything out. I can't even receive. Too much. Too much. I can't take it. That's what we said too. It's like, Lord Jesus, I'm looking at a way out of no way, and this way comes so it's like a big old wide open freeway here. 300% on the money you put in here, on the certificate you choose, you're going to earn 300% on your certificate that's paid to you weekly starting July 1st. This is an account that's going to be managed by BD Switch, which is one of the largest trading companies in the entire world, trading over $1 trillion. And some people want to think about it. Again, I'm not talking about any of y'all. I'm just talking about some folks out here that's intellectual, because I was one of them. 300% on your money out the gate on these metaverse certificates. And you can earn up to 800% here on this whole platform. But it's actually, again, it's more than that because we have the ability to compound. So this is just giving you an illustration of how your money can make money that you did not spend. You just moved it. When you have a 401k, you moved your money, right? You got a check, but then you diverted some of that money to your 401k. It's like, you know how that thing, broke folks, listen, I'm saying it too. I don't want to see the money. I don't want to see it. Just take it out. Take it out. Take it out. I don't want to see it. We don't know what it's doing, but we just take it out. So this is the take it out money. So if you were over here and you got you a $2,500 certificate and you were in the take it out, man, you mean I could put $75,000 here? And it's going to earn 300% on the $2,500. So I'm going to get $7,500 on the certificate. Yes. If I keep it where my 2,500 now, I'm not going to get 300%. That's correct. So, and now on top of that, I can put more money in there, and you're going to give me a dollar for dollar match for every dollar I put in there. That is correct. And you're going to pay me weekly on that because that's in that trading pool that I get that the company's going to trade on, and I just get to sit there and collect profits. That is correct. And I can put that profit and I can turn around like the wealthy people do, and then I can compound it because every dollar I put back, they're going to match the dollar I just put back. That is correct. Oh, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So this is what's going on here. It's just a part of it. And just to add, I won't say insult to injury, but add some more pleasure to your learning and earning. When that $33 is activated, when you share this with other people, you're going to learn how to get paid instantly, directly, instantly in Bitcoin, Ethereum, G999, Ethereum, Tether, everything under the sun that's in the top tier of the cryptocurrency space. You don't care if it goes up or down because you're going to win. You don't care if it goes sideways because you're going to win. You don't care because you're getting paid every day anyway on the money that you're putting in there. So you have no money sitting, you have it working. That's all we're doing here, y'all. And we're saying you share with one person, you can earn 3 generations. 3 generations of folks telling folks. Listen, I got something if you take a look at. I don't know how it works. I'm new. Listen, I just see they making their money, make money. I didn't grow up like that. So I'm gonna do that now. I want to do some wealth moves with wealthy people. I don't want to listen to broke folks about broke information, but I want to listen to some wealthy people about wealth information. And you could tell your 3, and you can tell 1, and you can earn 3 generations. But if you tell 2, it's just going to get better because they're going to duplicate what you're doing. And if you tell 3, you're going to earn 9 generations. And this thing can go fast and go slow. You just want to be someplace where it's going. Not stagnant, but where it's going. Because you're going to tell somebody, because somebody's going to say, you know anything about crypto? Like, yeah, man, I got this platform. You got to take a look at this. Absolutely. And this thing is so incredible that if we could ever have everybody turn their brains off and just register for their free account with the person who shares their link with you, pay their $33, we can create a monthly, weekly, every 9 months, whatever you want to do, we can create income in families at $51,000. This could be a month, it could be 6 months, it could be, it just depends on how fast we're going to tell each other. Because you're going to get paid instantly on the activity that you do. You're going to get paid on the duplication that happens because of what you got started. This is just merely an income example. It's not an income claim or anything like that. It's mathematics. So the mathematics is probable. It has an outcome from the activity. Now, if that ain't enough, it gets better because we actually pay you 7 different ways. That's a lot to handle, isn't it? And we even show you how to spend your money. That's a lot to handle, isn't it? You mean to tell me I get to get a MasterCard with this thing here, available in 100 countries plus? I got currencies on here I can do. Got personal invitation. I got individual crypto wallets that's on my card. I can change dollars into crypto, cryptos into dollars. Oh, absolutely. You mean to tell me I got personal service? I call a concierge and say, listen, I'm about to fly to London in September. Hook a brother up. I mean, you won't say it like that. But this is my itinerary. I'd like you to scout out for me and then give me back the outcome on that. And we get a discount on that because our platform here, we have our own concierge service taking care of business for us. Oh, we go to the countries, y'all put our little ATM card in there. And we like, what? Oh, it's the euro in London. Okay, boom. I put my money in there, put my card in there, pull the money out. I'm good. Or just use it at any store, any place around the world, wherever MasterCard is accepted. Is MasterCard accepted around the world? What are we overthinking? So these cards are for every level of life, if you will. From the plastic card to the solid gold card. The solid gold card I showed you on here, that thing right there is $35,000. I did not think they had something like that on the planet. Got 4 diamonds in it and come with a butler. Y'all ain't ready, but that's okay, y'all. This current promotion will take you over the top. You can get yourself a metaverse certificate. You can get as many as you want. Many as you want. And when you get those certificates and you fill the certificate to a 33%, you're going to earn 18% that's going to be paid to you weekly on the value of the certificate, and you're going to get paid daily on the trading activities happening in your account. Are you with me now? That means your money is going to start to flow in July 1st. And when you have your Meta brokerage account funded, you're going to then be able to get a dollar for dollar match for everything that you put in there. We have trading on here for those who want to look at the signals and all that kind of stuff. A lot of folks be losing their behinds, but those folks didn't win. Oh my goodness gracious. And then we got meta mining, which is another stream of income because that same certificate has 3 wealth strategies built into one. Wealthy people think in layers, poor and middle class think linear, just one for one. That's why they would get a CD and not get something like this. That's why they would get an IRA instead of something like this. That's why they put their money in a 401k instead of something like this. This here is what we consider everybody should be looking at, because you got some people that trade trillions of dollars here. And what I'm just showing here is just a little chart here, kind of give you an idea of the numbers. But don't get back with the person that's sharing this with you so you can get yourself started, and we'll go over all that stuff with you. Look, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. You register for your free account, get the link of the person that shared it with you, and then you're going to fund that account. You're going to get some Bitcoin and put it on there. We're a blockchain company, so there's no credit card stuff. You need to get your crypto, bring it over here, but we're going to show you all that. And when you get on your platform, you're like, how do I want my cash to flow? How often do I want to get paid? How much do I want to get paid on the money that I have, that I'm keeping, that I can make start to work for me? How much do I want to get paid? How much? Go to your boss and say, listen, I want a 300% raise and I want 100% of my money. Go to your bank, go to somebody. You can come here and we're going to give it to you. And then step 3, you can start sharing this thing with everybody you know, even the folks that you don't know, because they don't know anything about this wealth building strategy, and it's not their fault. But you get a chance to fix that. This event we took place, I wanted to share this because we do a lot of personal development and training, and these are those extra things that a person can do. And for us to understand business, this is a tax deduction, so it don't really cost anything, but it costs everything when you don't do it. Let me say it again for the people in the back. This is a tax deduction, 100%, that's costly when you don't do it. Because all these different leaders here, a phenomenal panel here that are putting things together to put out in front of us, to put us in position to actually grow personally, financially. I mean, there's so many different things that we don't even know because we weren't designed to know. And so we're smacking all that stuff down and saying, hey, there's no limits. There's no boundaries of what we're doing here. So we want to welcome you to the community. Get back with the person to share this with you so we can help you get started right away. Right away. So it's a pleasure to bring this information to you. Again, we'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock. You want to be here, Mr. Nate Hines is going to bring it to you. And Mr. Nate Hines is 10-foot and bulletproof and teaching us how to be 10-foot and bulletproof. He's going to bring it to you tonight. And so bring somebody with you tonight, 9 o'clock. We were going to go ahead and take you out, and we will see you on the white sandy beaches of the world. This is your friend and brother, Gregory McKay, all the way from Lansing, Michigan. Good day.
Recording.